In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to make stock photography in your kitchen. So, welcome to my kitchen. We're going to be using the eMart tent. This is something that can get you started in stock photography for cheap. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars in speed lights. I found this as an option. I have the other cube, pop-up cube that I used in my last video. And then this one, we're going to try it today and see what kind of pictures we can make. So for this video, I'm going to be using things that we find in almost every home. To start, I'm going to be using this champagne bottle. Quick story, the reason I'm using champagne is because I intended this video to go out last week for New Year's Day. So Happy New Year, everyone. We're going to be celebrating today. Things didn't work out, life happened. Christmas week was really busy for me. I'm working on some pretty big projects for me. Depending on how everything goes, I'll be making a few videos on that. But I was just super busy and I didn't have time, which is why this video got delayed. So let's start with champagne. To sell stock photography, you need more than just a good clear image. It has to have a concept. It has to have a reason why somebody would buy it. So champagne, New Year's, anniversaries, celebrations, you could use a picture of champagne for pretty much anything. All right, the lights are on and I'm gonna be using a black backdrop. Alright, so that was a little bit more difficult than I expected because even though they're bright lights, they're not fast enough to freeze the bubbles. So when I shot on a tripod at ISO 100 and tried to get f3.5 with the macro, the bubbles were blurred and I don't want that. So I had to increase the ISO to about 800 to 1000 and then shoot at 1/25 of a second, and that gave me decent results. I think I like them. And if you want to do this on white, let me show you a quick trick on how to get the same drink on a white background with the same cube. So now I switched everything and I got the champagne on a white background. Let me get closer here so you can see what I'm talking about. It's always a good idea to change backgrounds, even if it's the same subject. The problem that I see now, and I'm not saying there's always a problem, but there seems to be with this one, is that there is no the sides of the glass, there's no definition. It needs something. So was that, oh yeah, that definitely gives the glass a little bit more definition. You can see it on the right side of, whoa, on the right side of the glass. See how it goes black? When you add black cards like this, I might even get it closer. I might even tape it to the champagne bottle just to give it more definition here, a little bit closer to the edge, and this is going to help it stand out from the background. So let me get the pictures and move on to another item. The next subject we're going to be using is coffee. So remember, this cube has an access point here from the top. My hood is in the way here, but the first thing I'm gonna do with coffee is get a background. And these sell quite a bit. Yes, they've been done over and over and over again. That's not the point. The idea that I wanna get through here in this video is how to create a concept from something everyday use, like coffee. So let me fill this white plate with as much coffee as I can so I don't see the background. And now I'm gonna show you a couple of pictures that I got from these coffee beans on the plate using concepts or ideas or just anything to make this look a little bit different than all the other pictures out there. Okay, so that was up for the coffee, and now as you can see, it is really easy to destroy a kitchen doing stock photography. While we're at it, let me get something else that's in every household. There's an Aston Martin and 2 BMWs. All right, so which one do you think we should use? The Aston Martin or either one of the BMWs? You know, I think I'm gonna go with the black BMW. What I have in mind is a concept image. So let's take this one. Since we had some alcohol and a vehicle, I'm gonna be doing the black background again. So first let me dim the lights here because it doesn't have to be that bright. There we go. So you all remember the Lume Cube? It's not only a different temperature, but it has scene modes. And if I click to loop, light and fire, a siren. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so now I know what you're thinking. We're missing the olives or something to give it a little bit more definition. You got the car, you got the drink, but I think a couple olives might look pretty good there in the background, just extra props. There, how's that? Now we got the car, we got the olives, and we have the drink. All right, so yes, I know what you're thinking. This is stock photography. You cannot have logos or anything that's recognizable, and that is true. So this was just to try to set it up, and I think I got the composition I like. Now I'm gonna show you how we're gonna be able to use this car and get a picture that is gonna sell, because I've sold images like this in the past. So let's go get this taken care of, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that was a little bit more violent than what I expected, but it gets the idea that drinking and driving is dangerous. That's a concept I was going for. And now there is no danger of recognizing the car because the BMW logo is still stuck out there somewhere. But let me rearrange here some of the parts and pieces and get this picture done. By the way, have you guys ever heard of the law of attraction and how if you focus and you think about something, then eventually it'll come into your reality? When you're thinking about a sports car or something, think of yourself driving it. Don't just picture how pretty the car is, because that's all you got.
397 Roger, is the PR there? Have you located him? 2845 Hawthorne Coast, Ethan Alvarado.
So it's images like this that I like to do because it makes you process and think a little bit more about the final result. Obviously, I mean, that's a tragic accident, and you could play around with the concept and get 100 different images, really, with different backgrounds, different colors, different anything, really, different cars, different drinks. This was just something that I had the champagne. I wasn't gonna drink it because it was still morning, but things like this do really make you think your photography through. I ended up taking 2 shots, one with the blue, one with the red, and then I ended up blending the 2 layers, the 2 images, so you have red and blue on different sides of the image, giving that siren effect. But the dark background for this works great. It gives it that dramatic, that trauma, that whatever this looks like. It's driving me nuts though, so let me block the light. But there's one more thing. We are in the kitchen, so how come I haven't showed any food? There's one more item I want to shoot real quick, and this is another one that's fairly unique. And I've sold tons of images from this one particular item, so let me get that. So this other item I'm referring to is this. So this is like a homemade sauerkraut. It's fermented cabbage. I do it every month or so. I chop it up, use a culture starter, ferment it, leave it out for a week, and then it's fermented. It smells terrible, but it's supposed to be really good for you. Recently, there's been an explosion on how good your gut flora and your microbiome and everything else is for you as a health benefit. So I did a series of pictures of something like this, same jar, same things, a couple of years ago, and they sell constantly. I've sold these images hundreds of times. So things that you have in your kitchen, little items on a white background, just random things that you think are unique, something that you use, other people are going to be able to use. So why not take a picture of something like this? Let me just get a quick couple of shots here, and then I'll make me a cup of coffee because it smells delicious. the idea of this video is not to get you to buy one of these cubes. It's not perfect by any means. It helps. It is a great little tool. You cannot get good sharp images for stock hand holding with this cube. You need a tripod. The light, even at its brightest, it's just not bright enough. All the pictures I did here were with that light. The only one that I didn't use the light was the sirens, but I had to use a tripod, and you need to get sharp low ISO images or you're not going to be able to get them accepted or sold. It is a great help. I have other lights, I have strobes, I have all kinds of lighting equipment. Not everybody's in the same situation I'm in. I've been doing this for many years, so I've been able to accumulate a lot of gear. If you're just getting started, this will help you. It's not perfect, but it will help you. And then once you start to generate some income, then you can upgrade your equipment. And I don't know if you noticed, but the other thing that I can do with this cube is stock video. All these little clips that I did with the sirens, with the coffee, pouring the coffee, showing the coffee here, all that could be used for stock video. The fact that it has built-in lights is really going to help when you're doing video, whether it's with the cell phone or a camera. Figure out where you're at, what your budget is. Something like this is 45 bucks. It's a lot cheaper than even one of these lights that I'm using here for me. So, you know, it totally depends on your budget and where you are in photography or videography. I'll make a video in the future about stock video. I want to finish a series on stock photography. I have quite a few more videos in mind, and when I'm done with these, then I'll move on to stock video. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. And now it is time to clean. You can see the mess that I have here on the kitchen counter.